I'm going to give it a couple of minutes to get kicked and going on. And boy, y'all's coming out already with the knives. Mm-hmm. I'm actually not even going to come up here to talk about her daughter. That's not what I'm coming up here to talk about right now. But let's talk about my prison record. Well, never been to prison. Been to jail. I've been very transparent with all of you. What I've been to jail for. CPS history? I do. And I'll talk about that too. Mm-hmm. But first, I am going to get my truth out because I'm entitled to it. I have sat quiet and stagnant and everything else for the last few months. Guess what? I'm coming out. Because last night it was very clearly said on Jenna's panel that Dusty, that is me, Dusty, said it. Nana y'all's over there took any accountability when she said that. You didn't correct her. You didn't say, no. We said that. Everybody is covering it up. So we're going to go from the beginning. No, ma'am, I was not on the call. But you was. So was your sister. So was Charlie girl. So was somebody else. And y'all came back to me. All of y'all's, we all talked about it, Shining. We literally all talked about it in the back. So yeah, I did bring it out. How about letting us know who called CPS on Jenna? How fancy. You want to claim that one like you claimed in the back chat? Bet you won't claim that one, will you? I guess no receipts. It never happened. No, we all brought it out. Not me. We all brought it out. By saying that, guess what? I just opened up the 3 remaining videos that I have. The first one because everybody was so, yes, ma'am, you did. You claimed it. Everybody was so, oh my God, Traders is going after Traders and Nicolina is going after Jenna. Please take that down. Please take that down. Hello, Purple. So out of desperation and out of everything else, actually trying to take it down, I accidentally deleted that video. So I never lied about that video was deleted because it did get deleted. But I'm glad Purple found a copy of it, of me going off. It's a pretty hard time in my life. But let me get started from the beginning. I've only got one moderator in here right now. I'm going to let her control this chat. People can say what they want to say. They're allowed to have their opinions. That's okay. But I am going to say this. Hello, everybody in the chat. Kendra, Buckeye, Lady Boom, Fancy, Sassy Nos, Level Headed, Lady Spitfire, Shining. Yes. Hello. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming over. I didn't want to take it over to Purple's channel. Like I said before, Hello Chaos Queen. The reason I didn't want to is because this is sort of my drama. It's painful in a way about what has happened and how it happened. But again, I lied about seriously harming my child. Nicolina covered that. I did. Back in 1992, whenever I was trying to protect a child, a 3-month-old. You don't know the story, but I've told the story. I've always been extremely transparent about it. But we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. I just want you guys to listen. The reason that I chose Purple to moderate is because she's the only one last night that stood up and said, no, ma'am. She stood up, and I was actually thinking about it. I was like, whoa, you've got to be kidding me. Why is nobody really coming to my defense? Usually I just stay in the backwoods. Purple did actually come to my defense, and she says, no, ma'am. It's not just Dusty. It's everybody, and it is everybody. What? Are you serious, Fancy? Or should I say, Gloria, are you serious that I nearly killed my own child? No, that child is in my life and always been in my life. If you don't know the truth, then why are you speaking it? You're speaking what's on paper. You guys just don't want me to talk. That's what it is. You don't want me to talk. Let's get it out. Out of you, out of all the people I actually cried about, Gloria. I did. I cried when I did what I had to do. You and my other one of the indicas. I cried. Yes, it's Gloria. Receipts for what? That I'm a survivor? Look, y'all just trying. Anyways, I'm not going to be distracted. I'm just going to go ahead and get off this chat, not even look, and I'm going to talk my shit. So back in 2021, the end of 2021, I did lose my son. I was in the midst of grieving, and it wasn't good. I didn't have nobody around me, my parents, little town friends here, but I really didn't have too many people around me. So Jenna had actually reached out to me. I believe it was January, February 2022. Hey, I'm running a survivor group. I think that you'd be a good candidate. We will accept you in with these open arms, and we will do this, we'll do that, and we'll love you. So I didn't think twice about it. I went ahead, went on in, and I met these beautiful people I became very attached to, but right now I see they're some very nasty people. I didn't even see this coming. They really rallied around me, especially being a grieving mother. Some things that add up in there, things that shouldn't have been said. And a lot of you guys do know the story about what Carl said and how it sort of broke the group up, about what's being said to a grieving mother. And then Jenna had made a comment, something about that I've grieved long enough, or something around that matter. And it pissed everybody off. So I just walked out of the group. I'm like, bye, see you, don't want to be ya. This is not my type of group. Survivors don't do this to survivors. There's just absolutely no way. And I'm in the midst of my grieving as well. So the girls are still there because you have to go through like some type of mourning process when you walk away from somebody that has love bombed you. So you'll also go, sort of like that grieving process. So the girls, one by one, they started dropping off, and Shining, she just jumped out and grabbed my hand. She's like, no, you're not going alone. And so at the end of the day, we all sort of all come together, and we formed this group. It took it was like one a day people were dropping. And a couple of people didn't really understand what the seriousness of it. So within about 2 weeks, the whole group, we were a group of 8 ladies. We were strong. They had me, they had my back. They were good to me. We listened to each other's stories. We guided each other. We lifted each other up. And we had a really good friendship. Oh yeah, I did. I missed that. That same day, thank you for reminding me, Gloria. That same day that I had left is when the 2 girls had walked up to Jenna. Shining was on video. CJ was on video. I'm not for sure if Gloria was on video or not. But Gloria, I can't say yay or nay. Carl was on video, and Charlie Girl was on video. The girls had came up and told Jenna. This is third party that's been told to me by these ladies now, because I had already left the group. And we were on a group and we were discussing it, about what was said, that the girls had came up and said that Jenna's husband, Jamie, was touching the girls on their bottom and on their breast area. And it didn't sit right. And Jenna in return said, well, look at the way you dress, or it's probably the way that you dress, or something in that concern. Shining came back. She was pretty pissed off about it. I think she was spitting bullets more than I was spitting bullets, because you don't say that to two young girls. You just don't do that. So in that case, when all the shit hit the fan with Jenna, that Jenna was playing this game and she wouldn't apologize. And a lot of it, I needed an apology for what she had said to me about grieving my son. Mind you, we're just a year, I'm just a couple of months into grieving. So when you're grieving a 19-year-old child that you have lost, you go into a deep grieving. I mean, it's your child. You have to learn to live without a child that you no longer will have again. So you go in pretty deep. I mean, it's not like you're grieving your parents or your brother or your sister. You're grieving a child, a part of you. So after that, I thought that we had all came pretty close. They were there whenever the slab for my child was laid. They made this beautiful memorial for me online. I mean, I really thought that we were good. A lot of those videos were done and we were attacking Jenna, because we just wanted Jenna to apologize. That's all they wanted. That's all we really wanted, was just to apologize, own it, don't deflect, take your mask off and own it. Thank you, Buckeye Mama. And thank you everyone that's, for the loss of my child. See, I squirreled. So it was more or less, sorry, I'm back on track. Don't deflect, just come out and say it. And I think that's the very last video that we did, is hurt people. I opened up all my videos. I had 3 of them that were left. And I did open them up. So they are there for the grabs. I put them on public. You can have at them now. I really don't give a flying rat's ass. They're yours. You want them? Take them. So around that time, everything I thought was good. And after that last video that hurt people came out, Jenna did come and she did apologize. Boy, it was that apology, like everybody just, you could feel the apology. And I still had reserves about it, but I was willing to overlook that apology. I was willing to set it down and I was willing to move forward. These ladies had already sort of moved forward. They were skeptical, but they moved forward. In the meanwhile, all of this is happening. I'm coming up on the year, my son's first birthday without him. We got Christmas, we got Thanksgiving. I still have a minor child in my home. Dealing with the drama on Facebook with Jenna. I mean, it became way too much. I got snappy. I got snarly. And a lot of it is, I am a single mom. I struggle. I struggle with my finances. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of times I need help, and these ladies did help me out, but I've always paid it forward as well. Around that time, around Christmas, I had made a Facebook post, because on Facebook, people know me. I'm more of a Facebook person than I am a YouTube person. So I've got a little bit more of a following that I had over there. With that following, these people have watched my children grow up. and the one that had passed away. They watched them grow up. They watched my daughter ever since she was 2. My teddy bear was 8, and my other one was 10 at the time. And then my other 2 boys. So they watched these children grow up on the internet. So I had a good following with them. I've always been a good person, always spreading love, always spreading light, always doing good. I'm not a do-gooder, but I always do good. I believe in karma. I believe in speaking truth. So come around Christmas time, everybody was making an Amazon wish list. I made one as well for my daughter. I needed a chair, or I actually still need a chair, but I needed a chair for the computer where my legs, because I have lymphedema in my legs that leak. So I can't afford one of those computer chairs. So on that list, that was my daughter's Christmas list, I had also asked for, if they could afford it, that chair, a pair of angel wings that were solar angel wings that I could put on my son's grave. That was on the wish list. Somebody made a snide remark to me about asking for a chair on that wish list, right, Shining? And I got snippy. I did. I snapped right back. Like, I got snippy right back. Like, it's okay for them to get snippet with me, but I'm not all right to get snippet back. And I'm right in the middle of the grieving. Rather it was 300, 600, or 800, it does not matter how much that chair was. That's the type of people that love me, Shining. If I got it, I got it. If I didn't, I didn't. I'm not going to cry over it. It wasn't for you to say anything about it and snip at me about that. Whether it's on there or not, somebody could have said, hey, I found one at Big Lots for 150. Here's 150, go get it. And guess what? I would have went and got it and gave them receipts that it's in my home. But instead, with your comment, that made me feel beneath anybody asking. And that caused me to drop that list. I was already going through a lot when that comment was made. And that will begin our fallout while you guys were in the middle of your grandiose getting back with Jenna. All of a sudden, I'm being left behind. Jenna's the big thing now. Dusty is absolutely nothing because she got snippy right back. Yeah, you did. If you read the full post, Shining, you would have said, these are for me. The rest is for my daughter. If you would have read that, you would have said, you would have seen, I was extremely transparent from the beginning. It never came to YouTube. Never did it come to YouTube. It was on Facebook, where it stayed on Facebook, where people know me. And you don't know what type of people I've got on my Facebook. You have absolutely no idea. Absolutely none. So I've got people that can afford $2, and I got people that can afford $1,000. It's how you treat people. So I'm okay with it, I'm fine. So coming around that time, the girls were also getting in with purple, which I have no problem with it. I decided I wasn't mad at you guys. I didn't get mad at you guys. I got mad at the snippet comment. You guys said, we're going to be there for you, Dusty. We're going to be there. I was at my lowest, literally at my lowest, like at my lowest of grief, dark, deep down, like down in the pits of hell with my grief. That's where I was at. That's where I had gone. And you guys never reached a hand out. Instead, you judged. You judged me at my worst. At my worst. And I stayed quiet this whole time, but I am not staying quiet no longer. that. Because you know what I'm going to say? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you. All y'all, fuck you. You're full of shit. You are literally full of shit. I never asked you guys for any money. Never. I struggled, yeah, but never did I ask you any money. And okay, we want to throw this out there. That little gift that you sent to me at Walmart, why don't you ask who I turned around and paid it back to? When I got the money, ask who it went right back to. I believe it was within 2 weeks, I was able to do it. So why don't you ask who I bought groceries for in your group? When you bought groceries for me, I turned around and gave it right back to somebody in that group. Why don't you ask? Oh, we don't do things like that, right? Anything that was ever given to me, I paid it forward. The shoes that Charlie girl bought for my daughter, she did that out of the goodness of her heart for Christmas, and it was a Christmas present. I never asked for them. It was given out of love. There's a different story when you ask, beg, or grift. There, your sister just said it right there. But I never asked and kept asking. Yeah, I struggled. Everybody knows I struggled. But this isn't about the money right now, or how I struggle, or how I barely kept my nose up. Because you know what? We're in an economy where everybody struggles right now. It's good to have good people behind you that don't judge you in the end. And that's exactly what you guys have done. Because that's all you have really to throw at me with my struggle, right? Anyways, this is about the time that hold on a minute. Let me get them for you. Because it's going to be a minute before I can get them. They will be down. Hold on a minute, y'all. Oh, I forgot the name of that one. Like, they already wanting them 3 things. I'm so glad. We gonna get that truth out here. Anyways, I never said you made any snappy remarks to me, Fancy. It was your sister and CJ that got snippy with me. But we gonna go off. No, I never told you to fuck off. I said fuck you, but I didn't say fuck off. And right now, you know why I'm saying it to you? Because of what you put up there in the beginning. That's why. Yeah, you did. And you was snippy about it. Oh, but you're going to put that dollhouse up there. That was what, $125 for your daughter? Oh, did you think about that? I saw that. Anyways, it's that dollhouse that she really wanted, right? So let's not be nitpickers. That's the reason that started it all. You got snippy with me over that, and I snapped right back. And you guys didn't like that I snapped over it. And I'm at my darkest. So let's stop deflecting over this And let's just get the truth out there and let it be told. Because bringing up my past has absolutely nothing to do with what happened here between us and Jenna. My past is my past, and I've always been very open with my past. I'm extremely transparent, but we're going to get to that one too, aren't we? So y'all's all got in good. It was from you. Oh, that's right. You put it on Amazon wish list asking for that dollhouse. It was what, 100 and a quarter? Right? Okay. Anyways, I gotta stop looking at this chat for a moment. Anyways, you guys, Jenna and Purple, got in good. I went into the bushes. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna listen. I'm gonna listen. Y'all's having it out with Heidi. You're doing this, you're doing that. Oh, we can't do this, we can't do that. I'm just listening because I don't want to be involved in y'all's drama. I just don't want to be. So I got silent and like silently was pulling myself back. I did want to come back at first. I did. And I was sort of like on my knees, like, okay, I'll be Jenna's friend. Just take me back. I had not letting all my shit go with Jenna yet. I got my apology, but I still had to process that shit. You know, and I was willing to not process that shit just to be there with everybody. So a little chat was created and things were said, and I'm being told about myself all I did wrong. Look, I'm not perfect, and I'm sure I did a lot of things wrong. I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. So it was brought up, well, we can't really hang out with you, or we can't associate, quote, we cannot associate ourselves with you because of Bart. Okay. That was my defining moment that y'all had did nothing but judge. And you do nothing but judge. So I put up one video that I had never, ever released. And that was me handing the money over from the GoFundMe account to the rightful owner. I left that with you guys and never said another fucking word to you guys. I was like, fuck this. I'm gone. I'm out. And I walked away. Because I'm not going to be judged over something in my past when I sat there and had a tight relationship with you ladies and thought that there was true love that was there with a friendship when it was nothing but based on judgment. And when I was at my darkest fucking moment, there was not one of you there, but instead all you did was judge. A couple of you guys were there, but you ended up having to be sort of like collateral damage. And it really broke my heart because there's one of you in there that is nothing but positive love. And it ain't CJ. It's one of the Indigos. Yes, you did judge. There is no court that judged it because I was never arrested for it, Shining. Are you fucking kidding me? There's no court on the Bart Simpson, on the Bart case. None at all. So I'm trying to think about Bart Simpson. There is no court case on it because I'm not involved in that court case. None. So you're right there. You just told a little fib, and fibs are lies. No court on it. We're going to get to that little Bart thing because I've been very transparent about Bart. I had it all over my Facebook when everything was happening. Never was I arrested about Bart. Never did I go to jail about Bart. Never did I do in it. Yeah, there's news. Oh, the news also lies. Have you not heard of the left wingist? I was never arrested. Because I create, okay, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that, boo-boo. We're going to talk about that. Because there's some people on here that were on my Facebook at the time that it was happening, and they know everything because I come up with the receipts. Always have, always will. And I still have everything on my Facebook from when it happened back in 2015. I did not go to court. What part are you not getting in your thick skull? I did not go to court. I accompanied the owner with a cease and desist. I was not involved in any court proceedings. It was the owner, not me. See, that's where you guys believe everything and it's not ever written down. Get court records, and I guarantee you there ain't no damn court record on it, because there's not. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're trying to get me to deflect. Whew. So, in that moment, there is no judge, Nimrod. What are you not getting at? Do you even know what went to the animal shelters? Do you even know what happened? You have absolutely no idea what happened. Showing a pattern of what? Bruh. All right. So they said that they didn't want to be associated with me because of the Bart case. I was like, all right. I walked away and I did my stuff. Listen, those who know me back in 2015 know the truth of what happened. And we're about to clear this shit up right here. So back in 2015, my next door neighbor, which is, his name's like Eli or something like that, or Ellis Willis. I forgot what we called him. Mr. Wayne, I believe was what his name was. He had a cat. The cat apparently got hit by a car, and he buried the cat. Back behind the property on a different street about where he had got hit. 5 days later, the cat came up to my property, which was my next door neighbor, and he was hungry. I noticed his jaw was fucked up. There was something wrong with him, and I knew that he was buried 5 days prior to that. We got pictures. We've got everything. So that day, it was on a weekend. We had to wait for Monday morning for whenever it's his cat, not my cat. It was his cat. I couldn't really do much about it. It's his cat. All I could do was give him the information. So he put it in a cage, and he was worked with animals, and he was trying to take care of the cat until Monday. Monday, he took the cat down to the shelter, the Humane Society. No problem. So he took down the what the fuck? Who makes their child eat dinner with a cat who passed away wrapped up on a table? What the actual fuck? My electricity just is popping on and off, so I might lose you guys. I don't know how to come up on my phone. Holy cow, that's 3 times. I might lose you, so give me a minute. I'll come back. Trust me, I'll come back. Yeah, you really do need to stop bringing my kids up, because I don't ever think that ever happened. What the fuck? Wow. Anyways, if I lose you guys, hopefully I don't. My router still says I'm good. That is so fucking stupid. I don't even have a table. How stupid are you guys? You're ignorant. I have no table in my home. Are you serious? And I can literally prove that to you. I can open up my camera and walk you around and show you I have not one fucking table in my home. So when did this happen? You're stupid. You're an idiot. You got a picture, don't lie. What'd you do? Make it up and grift it? You're fucking ignorant. A wrapped up cat on a table. Wow. No, no, you got the wrong one because it sure ain't me. No, no, it's not me because I don't even have a napkin holder. What the actual fuck are you? I mean, like, really, you guys are really coming up with some shit now. I don't have a table and I don't have a napkin holder. And when my cat passed away, bless his little heart, he was wrapped up and put in a box. It was never put on a table. He was put on a box and he was taken over to my parents' house where he was buried, a nice little memorial. Are you fucking serious? Wow. So you guys just want to throw daggers to try to hurt people. That's what you want to do. You didn't see anything because there was no cat wrapped up on a table that had been passed away. There's not a screenshot. You're full of shit because it didn't happen. Wow. Hold on a minute. Let me pull a Jenna. Let me pull a Jenna here. Nah, I'm off camera. Come here real quick. Come here right quick. I'm going to pull a Jenna here. No, you're not going to go on camera, baby. When Nubby passed away, was he set on a table and did you eat beside him wrapped up on a table with a napkin holder?
What?
Well, that's what they're claiming.
Honestly, I don't remember.
Did I ever put him on a table? Or was he wrapped up? Where was he wrapped up and put at?
I don't know.
Was he put in a box?
I don't think so.
Where did we take him to after? Well, he was put in a box after. But where did we take him after we wrapped him up and put him in a box?
Grandma's house, yeah, but I can't remember if he was on the table or not.
Have the cats ever gotten on a table with you like that?
When they're alive, yeah.
When they're alive. Yeah. Thank you. Nah, I'm glad that nothing holds any weight to you because nothing holds any weight to you neither because you come out with claws that were bullshit. I would never put my child. He wasn't even buried in a blanket. Oh, wait. She says you was eating 2 hamburgers and had him beside you on a table.
I had a hamburger?
Yeah. You was eating.
Oh, yeah.
You always eat cheeseburgers.
I mean, it was so, like, I wasn't bothered.
That was your baby.
Sure, all that be what matters. Like, I don't mind. It wasn't a big deal. No need to make a big deal of it. Even if it is true, in my opinion. I don't remember, but
yeah, I don't remember that happening neither. Besides that, she loved that cat with every fiber of her being, just like I did. I got good pictures of him.
Yeah, he's fat.
Oh, fat thing. Oh, my boo-boo. I don't remember it happening that way. Possibility. It probably could have happened. Would I let it happen? Probably not. But if she remembers it, that it was that, then okay. It didn't bug her. It was her baby. Maybe she wanted to have a last meal with him. You got a problem with that? That was her baby. Her baby. She was very connected to that cat. Pretty sad that you guys have to bring that shit up and like rub it up and put it up in people's faces. Like, wow. And he was buried. Was he buried in a blanket?
I think he wrapped him in something.
I think it was a blue blanket. I think it was one of Juan's blanket. Wasn't it Juan's blanket? I think I put him in a pillowcase because he was too big.
Yeah, it was a pillowcase.
It was a pillowcase. Yeah, because it was pretty big for a baby blanket. Anyways, after all of that, and they're trying to distract me. Anything else? Come on, throw it at me. Let's just pull out all the trash on a grieving mother at that. I mean, like we make all these good intentions, right? Like we do really good, right? Anyways, so at that time, I'm totally distracted, and I'm sorry. About that time that all this shit was going on, they were friends, so I decided to walk back. And just I just decided to walk back and just go on about myself. I didn't need these ladies because obviously I had been being judged and everything else. Now with the Bart case, what had happened with that case, there was no case because I was never arrested. It was not my cat. All I did was I just tried to be a good person and help the owner of the cat. And how all of this ended up causing me to become the world's most biggest hated person in 2015 on the internet is because I created a GoFundMe account for this guy. He had taken the cat into the Humane Society, and the condition that this cat was in, if he did not claim the cat, say, no, it's not my cat, they would have euthanized the cat. Instead, this owner was like, yeah, that is my cat. How much is it when I take that we can fix him? Because he had a lot of damage done to him. I'm just going to be ignoring comments right now for a while. So let me go over here to ignore. So the cost was going to be about $1,700 to go ahead and get the cat fixed. He had asked for my help and listed for my help, and I said I have no problem with it. He would take the cat and drop it off in the morning to get its medical needs, and I would pick it up in the evening and babysit it for about an hour until he got home from work. Had absolutely no problem. He needed an operation, and the guy did not have the money for the operation. And I'm a mom with 3 kids at home, single mom at that. I don't have that type of money, so I opened up a crowdfunding account, a GoFundMe, asking for the $1,700. In that time, I mean, I've always been pretty close to God, but in that time, I looked at it as a miracle for this cat, that this cat came back, after 5 days, that was buried 5 days. I'm like, my God, this cat is a miracle. On the 5th day, God created animals. And how is it that this cat came back? So a news story was ran. At the very beginning, if you look at those news stories, they're very good news stories. The news story was ran. The GoFundMe account was attached to it. The guy had his money, and it surpassed the money. And I believe I got up to about $7,000 overnight. So the Humane Society, they got aggravated with that because the money started going to the GoFundMe. This belonged to this man and its cat. And the Humane Society only was going to charge them $1,700. So this when people reached out to me, we decided to do a cease and a desist because the Humane Society decided to go behind our back, knock off the GoFundMe, and put it towards the Humane Society. And that was wrong because they just started to extort. They started to extort the cat, Bart, because this cat belonged to somebody. It did not belong to the Humane Society. And that's how everything blew up. I held my ground. I put my feet in the ground and said, no, you're not going to do this to this person. So I fought. And I fought against the people. I'm over these girls, so they're done. So I fought against the people, the Humane Society. I did get them on audio tape, them saying that what's being done is wrong. It's Sherry Silk. What she was doing is wrong. This cat belongs to somebody. But because it's a cash cow, she wanted all the money. And to me, that was extortion. The man had plans on what he was going to do with the cat. He was planning on creating a bubble, maybe putting him on, I don't know what you call it, where people can see him because he became a household name. This man was fighting for his cat, but money got in the way. But because my name was on that money, helping this guy for this cat, I'm the one that got taken through the internet, just totally chewed up and spit out. And that's okay because I will do it again, especially if I'm standing up for something that is right. And that is exactly what I was doing, standing up for something that is right. Now, the news, some of the news got into it. Some of the the people that write on the internet, not everything is verified. And they said a lot of nasty stuff on the internet about me. And that's fine. You can say what you want because you don't know me. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know what I've been through. But I know what the truth is. I was never arrested for any animal abuse because I never did anything to that cat. It was not my cat. It was my neighbor's cat. I was just trying to save that cat and make that cat a little bit of money for a GoFundMe to get the cat paid for. And then other money to go towards the animal shelter. But the animal shelter got greedy. The Tampa Humane Society. So that's what happened with the Bart. I was never arrested, but boy, did I get chewed up and spit out for standing up for somebody. And like I said, I will do it all over again to stand up for somebody. So that's what that Bart was. And if you don't want to be associated with me because I'm standing up for somebody and I get my name smeared all over the place, that's fine. We don't really need to be friends anyway, because you will never understand the type of person that I am. Welcome back, Purple. And yes, I just banned her off my channel, shining off my channel. I guess she doesn't get to hear the good. But that's all right. That's all right, because they're coming in with these chopsticks. They don't really want to own the truth. They were part of this when this stuff was going on with Jenna. They said a lot of the stuff, and all they can do is bring out bad things that happened with me. I'm not a good person. You know, saying that I'm a good person, but they're saying that I'm not a good person. We all make mistakes in life. I never claimed to be perfect. And if my cat that had just passed away before we got to Grandma and Grandpa's house was sitting on a table where my daughter was eating quickly, he was covered up, he was contained, everything else. If he was sitting on that table, maybe I don't remember that because, again, I was in grief. Was that an excuse? No. But I just lost my best friend as well. I lost my son, and now I lost my 30-pound cat that I loved with my heart and my soul. My boy. That's like 2 in a year, man. That my fur babies are my babies. So if she was sitting there at the table with him all covered up and having a last meal with him, who gives a fuck? That was her baby too. Who cares? And then after we were done eating, where did we go? We took him to Grandma and Grandpa's. And he went down with his brother. So when you're coming up in here and you're blaming me for things, you guys need to look in the mirror as well, because ain't none of y'all's perfect. Y'all's claiming a holy grail over there. Y'all are claiming a holy grail. Y'all are judgmental. Extremely judgmental. And I do stay quiet, but whenever I've had enough and you've overstepped a boundary, I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to be graceful about it. I'm going to try to be graceful about it. But you coming in here and you bringing up everything that you can to deflect and not get the story out, I think is wrong. It's bullshit. Because we could talk about a lot of other things as well, right? Jenna did do wrong. And when I just went up on Purple's panel, you guys are so dumb and you're so idiotic, you're not even listening to what Purple is saying. She is saying that Jenna brought it to YouTube first about her child, about what had happened to her. and then put her on screen and forced her to talk about it. And any child, just like I just asked my child to come up and say something, and she did. She was open about it. She reminded me that it could have happened. Hey, I'm going to actually agree with her because it probably could have happened. I don't remember. Because when you're in a deep fucking grief the way I was in, you don't remember a lot of things. But I do remember what was done to me with you ladies. Now, come November this year, some stuff was going on in my family. And my daughter had gotten sick. She was pretty sick. You guys were all over my Facebook seeing what was going on with Dusty. Oh, Dusty, I just think you're doing so good. You know, I mean, all this good stuff, right? You're doing really great, Dusty. These are some of the messages that you guys have put on my Facebook. But yet, whenever I call somebody out or whenever I say something, now y'all's going to bring out the knives. Yeah, okay. Because I was just showing it. So back in November, I decided that I am going to take the two off of my page that were the instigators in the place. The Holy Grail of all, which is Rebecca, and which is CJ. So I decided to take them both off of my Facebook. Taking them off my Facebook, I'm like, well, I'm going to have to take everybody else off of my Facebook. So I took off everybody that was in that group. And it hurt me. I cried actually whenever I removed Gloria because she never did anything wrong to me. And she's always been pretty supportive up until now. But the one I cried about most was the Indicas because they really didn't do anything. They didn't say anything, and they were the most positive out of the whole bunch. It don't matter what you did wrong. They were there lifting you up, giving you courage, giving you love, just smiling with you. And it broke my heart, but I had to let her go. I had to let them both go because I knew that they would be asking them, what's Dusty doing? What's she doing? What's the information? So I guess you can call it, what's the word? Association, whatever it's called, the association crap. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to have to go ahead and remove them all so that nobody knows what's going on in my life. It's none of their fucking business. They don't need to know. So I removed them. It wasn't about asking anything for Christmas or anything because I really don't care about Christmas or gifts. It's not about that. Christmas isn't about that. It was about, it's none of y'all's business of the fight that me and my daughter have in front of us. That is a medical fight. It's none of their business. They don't need to know about it. So that's why I removed them off of my Facebook. So a few months went by. Christmas had went by. Thanksgiving went by. I spent it with my family. All was good. Hadn't heard anything. You know, thank goodness nobody was checking up on me. Because they weren't really checking up on me. They were just seeing what I was doing on my Facebook, more or less. And that I removed them. Guess who comes traipsing over now that they've had a fallout with Purple? Here comes Iris. Iris Rain. Trying to be my friend. I don't know her. I don't add her on. She sent me a friend request. I actually pulled it up. It was 26 weeks ago I got this friend request. Because these girls had no information on me. I haven't really gone live. And when I do go live, it's more my paranormal stuff because I try to stay out of y'all's drama. Because I really don't want to be in it. I agree with you sometimes. I agree with you not all the time. You know, I mean, I don't have to be around to agree with you. I don't have to agree with you. I have my own opinions. And when I'm watching the fight or when I'm watching things going back and forth, look, that's between y'all. I'm stepping back. I'm staying in the bushes. It's none of my business. I'm just here to watch the show. Grab me some popcorn, grab me some soda, and I'm just going to sit and watch both sides of the story. I'll agree with some on some part, and I'll agree with some on the other part. Other than that, I really don't care. It's entertainment for me to clean my house or for me to go to sleep. It's really entertainment. Just listening. And another thing that I keep hearing about Purple, another thing, and I want to get this very, very, very clear. Everybody says, oh, Purple, don't send her stuff out. Bullshit. Bullshit. You know, like that little boy in that little car seat. Oh, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. I sent Purple a note and I asked her, you know, if she could do this for me, this little thing, because it was around my daughter's birthday. And my friend Jamie had said, hey, give this to Dusty. Jamie was actually around for the Bart stuff going on. And it took a minute for it to come, but guess what? It came. So she does send her stuff out. When she says she's going to send it out, she sends it. Okay? Y'all saying she don't do it, but she does. I received it. I'm just a little nobody. My daughter received her birthday gifts from Purple. They were given to me, and I asked Purple to give them to my daughter, and that's exactly what she did. She gave them to my daughter. You're welcome. And the other thing that why I'm going to side with Purple has never, ever gone after my child. Never has she gone after me, nor has she ever gone after my child. When everybody says, oh, she goes after these grieving mothers, she's never gone after me. She's actually been there to support me. Last night, what was said on Jenna's panel was clear as day. Dusty said it. No, Dusty was a part of it, but all your people that are behind you, all your 8 ladies that are there behind you supporting you, they all played a role in it as well. Every one of them. Every one of them, whether it's water over the dam, they all played a part in it. Now, I'm not coming up here to smear nobody. I'm coming up here to clear my name, just like you guys just tried to smear me. That's all right. You can smear me. You want to pull my records? That's fine. Pull my records. Told you, I am a 2-time felon. Damn proud of being a 2-time felon. I've already told my story the first time around. I sure was arrested, but I never went to prison. Never. I finally came out when I was 40 and told the truth of what happened. Guess what? I raised that child. 2011, I was arrested again. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Yep. Protecting my children. It was a tomato knife. Don't cut skin, but still. You know, I own ownership of it. But back in 1992, I was in a very bad, monstrous relationship. And I've talked about it before. I've always talked about it. I've always been open about it. It's a part of my life that I regret. I said I did it to protect that child. I did. I said I did it. I told them I did it. So you want to go and pull court records from 1992, you go right on ahead. But there's someone missing that you don't know about. His name's Raul Malagon. Yeah, it's my ex-husband. I would like for you guys to meet him one day to see what type of person he really is. See if you survive what I survived. Oh, but we don't talk about survivors, right? Oh, that's right. I forgot. I'm not allowed to be a survivor. Yeah, I am a survivor. I'm a survivor of domestic violent abuse. Almost lost my life with that man. Almost lost my children with that man. But let's bring that up. Let's put that out here. Dusty went to prison. Nope, Dusty never went to prison. Prison and jail are two different things. I went to jail for 24 hours one time, and I went to jail for 2 weeks the second time. Or the first time. 1992 was 2 weeks. 2011, I was in jail for 24 hours. Domestic violence. That's all I've ever been. Never been to prison. But if I have to sport some orange to protect a child, guess what? I'm going to sport some orange to protect a child, whether it be my own or whether it be somebody else's child out there. I will gladly put on orange. I will gladly wear it because I'm about protecting children and I'm about protecting survivors. And I damn sure will not come up here and attack another survivor the way that you guys came up here to attack. Gloria in Shining. You guys have got absolutely no power over me. The only thing that I ever did wrong was trusting my grief with you. Was trusting my heart with all of you ladies because you've all turned out to be snakes. All of you. I really loved you all, and I never ever would have thrown you guys under the bus. I would have kept silent and kept my peace until nobody, not one of you ladies yesterday could stand up and say, no, wait a minute. It took Purple to speak and say, no, this is what happened. It's not all of Dusty. Because it's not all of Dusty. And you are not going to throw all the blame on me. We all did this together. It was said, I will not backtrack any of the words that I spoke back in those days. None. Because if that makes me a liar, it's going to make each and every one of you a liar as well. And I stand with my truth. Thank you, Seeker. Oh, it's been wild. Ooh, I've been alive for a minute, I guess. Does anybody want to compare and say anything? Have any questions? You got to figure out how to drop a link. Purple, you got anything would you like to say anything? Go ahead and we will. Oh, actually, I was going to do this right here. Oh, I can't do it here. I was going to make you a mod. I got to go over. Hold up. Let me turn this off. There we go. Ooh, turn that off. All right. Let me. I'm gonna make a couple of moderators. You're fine. Sassy's been around for a minute. Let me go ahead and make her one as well. I know you've been around as well too. Oops. You know, at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. I've made mistakes. I ain't gonna lie to you. I make mistakes all the time. It's part of life. It's part of growing up. It's part of who we are. It's just literally a part of life. Now, is this Brenda Jules for life? Is this Brenda, or is this somebody, another Brenda? Okay, I took my power back, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of power here in this chat. Y'all have fun. I don't deal with drama. Okay, that's Brenda. All right. I will go ahead and make her as 1, 2. Let me see if I see her. Cinnamon hot. Okay, there we go. So I make a couple of my channel is really small yet, so I'm not really in a rush to get it to grow big. Brenda, and then get Cinnamon Hot. She's been around. So we'll give you guys a couple of moderators to take care of it. I just don't do. You're welcome, Seeker. There we go. All right. That puts a couple of moderators in here. Obviously, you know, like I said before, I wouldn't have even came up. I would have just stayed back in my corner. I would have stayed quiet. I would have stayed in the bushes. You know, I mean, that's where I would have stayed at. But instead, somebody wants to throw me under a bus that I believe we all need to. If you're going to throw one, you need to throw us all under a bus. Purple had the live up there. Now a couple of lives were done on Chinese. And there was 4 done on mine, but one of them did get deleted. That was the one that Traders was using against Jenna. That one did get deleted because I got so flabbergasted. Oh, honey, please do this. Please, sweetie. You know, really thinking that they cared. They ain't care. They don't care. And, you know, it's been going on the 3rd year, 2021, 24, you know, going on my 3rd year with losing my boy. And, no, 2nd year, actually. No, 3rd year. God, I don't even know. He passed in 2021. So I've had enough time. It's not that I had enough time to grieve, but I had time to get over that hump, that hump. Don't get me wrong, I still grieve. But I've had time to get over that hump. You know, that hump where you stay stagnant for a while. I've been able to get over that hump. Yeah, I remember that too, and I still have it. I got it and put it on my page, so I'll never forget it. Um, but there for a while, I mean, the grief, it will take you down. And it did. It took me down to my lowest point ever. And the people that I thought had my back never really had my back. Anybody had my back, it was my child. And she put up with a lot. Ain't nobody had my back but myself and my child. We had to do this together. You're welcome, Cinnamon Hot Hot. But who I thought had me did not have me. Come out that they were nothing but judgmental and did nothing but judge me. And at the end of the day, it's nothing but being judged again. Thank you, Sissy. I am. Like the old saying that goes, you get knocked down, you get right back up. Sometimes it takes us a little while to get back up. This did knock the one out of me. One thing I do want to say is to Lenny. I noticed a comment that you made because people asked, where is Dusty? And Lenny had made a comment, oh, she's lost her shit because she lost her child. Lenny, honey, you don't know me. And I never lost my shit. I just walked away. I walked away from drama. Do you have to lose shit to walk away from drama? And if you lost a child, I think you are entitled to lose your shit. I never lost mine, but you are entitled to it. You're fine, Colin. It's true. You just, the way I used to look at life is completely different. And there for a while, when I lost my son, I was looking out of like these glasses that were gray. Everything around me was gray. It was like a thunderstorm over your head. You never know what emotion you're going to get. And when you do have that emotion, you can't stop that emotion because it just happens. It's taken me a good 2.5 years with proper therapy. Of course, somebody's going to go through therapy. Proper therapy, there's no proper way to grieve, but you learn how to grieve in your own way. You learn to put your memories aside. There's days you wake up and all you do is cry. There's days you wake up, you have tears in your eyes because you've cried in your sleep. And then there's days you wake up and you say, you've got this, you can make it, because life has a way of moving you on. So you sort of have to move on a little bit. You are absolutely right. Love to love God. Absolutely right. Hit the wrong button. But I am going to go ahead and make you moderator. I wanted to. That's why I need to get back over here in StreamYard, and I'll be able to do it. Where's it at? See, I really don't get up here this much, and I really shouldn't have to get up here this much. Right here. There we go. There is only one that is allowed to judge us, and that is God. And you know, to this day, I never judge those women. Don't even plan on it. Now I can defend myself because things they were bringing up because they pulled my record. Honey, it's YouTube. You've already doxed me. I've already spoken about it. I mean, there's nothing that you can put on me that I don't already know. You can hurt me again. That's exactly what you're doing. By hurting me again. By having me speak about it. But it is what it is, right? It's just like whenever I really don't want to go there. But you know what? Fuck you, I'm going there. It's just like when your brother took his life. Remember that? I reached out. Man, I'm here for you guys. I love you guys. Anything you need. And y'all's did nothing but give me the cold motherfucking shoulder. Cold shoulder. Cold shoulder. I loved him too. I talked with him too. I joked around with him too. I hurt too whenever he passed. He wasn't my brother, but he was a friend that I really enjoyed having around and talking with. Instead, y'all gave me the cold freaking shoulder. And that's about the time when something like that happens. Don't you think that's time that you're supposed to bring somebody together? That messed with my head pretty bad too. Mm-hmm. No, you're right, Secret. I've never judged Jenna. Not until all this happened. And I've never judged these ladies until all this happened. Until yesterday when nobody decided to stand up for me. Even though I'm out of the group, just because I'm out of the group doesn't mean that I'm not nowhere near YouTube. Does not mean that I know what's not going on. I do know what's going on. Trust me, I know. Now, like I said on Purple's panel, I may play dumb. Trust me, I know. It's wrong what you ladies have done. And you could have stood up and said, nope. We all played a part in it. But because Dusty's not around, we don't see her no more. It's easy to say, Dusty did it. No, ma'am. I'm not taking the blame. Nope. I will not take the blame. And like I said before, and I will say it again, I hold true to my words. I hold true to my words. Amen. Love the love of God. 100%. I am a mutual party. I never got in the middle of Purple. I never got in the middle of Jenna. I never got in the middle of these ladies when they were going on and on and on. Because it's not for me to judge. I may not meet eye to eye with somebody, and that's all right. Because I'm entitled to my opinion. But when you don't stand up for me and you know the truth, and the God-given truth when we were all there fighting, and you're going to let somebody talk and throw me under a bus and y'all ain't going to take any action about it and straighten that up, I've got a problem with that. Because we're all involved. We're not guilty by association. We are all involved. And yes, Gloria, you did tell us that you called CPS because you're a mandated reporter. Like I said on Purple's panel, her son had already made a CPS report because apparently the car was broke down, or I don't know, the bus or something, but he was missing a lot of school. And they made a report because he was missing a lot of school. He wanted to go play football. So a CPS report was made. Also, I mean, while we're at it, you, at that time, she would have been 13, 14. You have her up till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, doing her hair, talking, bullshitting, doing whatever on the phone, whatever, while you're up doing lives this late at night. Then having to get up at, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning to go to school. It's called a routine. My daughter still has a routine. She's still a minor child, but she still has a routine. I mean, she's getting up there. She's not almost a minor child, but she's still a minor child. She's got a little to go yet. Guess what? She still has a routine. Make sure that she gets enough sleep for school. That she don't drop out of school because she feels like a failure because she don't get enough sleep to do her schoolwork during the day. That's stuff that I observed. That's stuff that I saw. And it's not that I'm judging you as a mother. It's just mothers don't do that. A mother stands up for their children and they make sure that they have the best that they have in this world. And even if I don't have a lot to give, I still make sure she has. And if that means me having to beg my friends on Facebook that know me whenever I'm struggling, and say, hey, I'm short on gas. Here's my cash app. Whoever comes, they get thanked and it gets paid forward eventually. Because people know I pay it forward. I don't have to let anybody know how I pay it forward. Just like nobody needs to know whenever I get cashed out 25 or 30 bucks to help put in my gas tank or to help put on my kitchen table at night. But I can ask. It's a God-given right that I have whenever I'm struggling. Because if I didn't ask, I would probably be homeless. And I wouldn't have a roof over my head. So it's sad that you judge people because they struggle. Have you not looked at this world and how bad it is? I'm a single mom. I live on a fixed income. I don't get help. Maybe I need to be a refugee and come in from another country and get that extra help. I've even played around and said that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say I'm not American. So I could get extra help out there because I don't have extra help. And I live in a very small town. My closest town is 25 miles away from me. And people are like, why don't you go get a job? Well, it's called a fixed income. It's called disability. And it's called medical insurance. If I get off my disability, I don't have medical insurance. If I don't get my medications that I need each month, I'm not going to be able to make it. I have a child that still needs me. And I'm not the only one out there that struggles. I know there are many more out there that struggles. And when I have that little extra, it might be $10. But if I know that other person needs gas in their car, and I know that somebody else put gas in my car whenever I needed that help, and I see that other person, man, I need $10 to put my gas tank. Guess what? Dusty does. Ain't nobody needs to know about it. But it happens. Because that's what God wants you to do. You don't have to show everything you do with your hand. What the left hand don't need to know what the right hand is doing at all times. But it ain't out here for me to speak about all the good that I do, because it's not really anybody's business. It's God that knows the good that I do. He's the one that I need to answer to. Nobody else. Nobody needs to know what I do or how I pay it back. Sometimes it could just be a plate of food to an animal on the outside. That's paying it back. That's paying it forward. Sometimes it could be in line at a fast food restaurant, and maybe I got $4 left over. You know, like, okay, I got $4. What can I get with it? Feed that guy over there. Can you get him a drink of water? Can you get him a cheeseburger? But hey, I don't need that $4. I mean, I do need it, but at that moment, I don't need it. So let's give it to somebody else that's going to need it. I'm okay dealing with 55 cents in my banking account, because that's the way I've been brought up. Hello, Lenny. And yes, I did just say something about you. And I wanted you to understand and know that I never lost my shit like you left that comment, that I've gone crazy and lost my shit. I forgot whose place it was, whose panel it was on. A couple of months ago, people, they asked about me, like, where am I at? And you answered, and you're like, oh, she lost her shit because she lost her child. No, I was just hanging out in the back. I happened to see that comment. So I do want to make you aware of that. So do we have any questions, or should I call it a night? Everybody from that side left to stop attacking whenever I... Thank you for the apology. It's accepted. Thank you. We'll move on from it. It's done. It's over with. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I suppose I'm probably going to have to come live and probably go up against the glitz and glam girls now. And I'm sorry that you was triggered. I don't know what happened in there, but I do apologize that you was triggered. Totally understandable. So does anybody need to come up, share any stories? Because I am going to go ahead and probably call it. There's a copy. Let me put it down here. I'll copy it. I'll drop it. Oh, shit. I hit the wrong one. Hold on a minute. Amen, Lenny. Let's put this up there. She's right. Just remember, survivors, it's a thing, and I will stand with survivors. Thank you. Thank you, Seeker. Me too. Whenever that was said last night and nobody stood up for me except for Purple, that's why I decided, you know what? I was just appalled. You're right. Them girls over there. Well, Jenna maybe, but them girls over there, their stories are amazing in strength. But I really think that some issues had happened throughout the year. No, you're right. Survivors do not protect predators. 100%. You are right. Okay, if there's no question, nobody wants to come online to share anything bad, then I guess I'll go ahead. Oh, Lenny, I'm so sorry. I had no idea that even happened. I am so sorry. That does not need to happen. That's your story for you to tell, and that's not for anybody to go around telling or making fun of it. I don't really do Discord. I haven't been in Discord for quite a long time. Um, I know a lot of people thought maybe I was involved, but no, I don't. I don't do a Discord. Um, you're welcome, Lady Boom Boom Bish. Hi, Wendy. Maybe I'll. I know I run more of a paranormal panel than I do anything because that's more or less what I do is more paranormal and spiritual stuff. Um, I could always run also a survivor group. I don't know if I can like log it differently with my other things. I don't know how to do all of that. You're welcome, Lenny, and thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not perfect. I'll always make mistakes. But one thing I will do is always stand up for truth as well. And I always have, and I always will. Now, I can run a survivor channel. I do run a survivor group over on Facebook. That's a pretty big group. Um, I dropped a little bit whenever I lost my son, but I was pretty active in one of them that I ran. I do call in. I'm into a lot of paranormal. It's part of my life. It's a part of who I am. That's pretty cool that you help the teams. I've got quite a few teams. I might hook you up with one of my friends. They're really good people. They're local though. Yeah, yeah, you can find me on Facebook. And what we talk about, it stays between us. I believe in I don't want to say HIPAA, but I believe in confidentiality, especially whenever you're talking one on one with me. I believe that what you talk to me about stays with me. It don't go anywhere else. I am just that type of person that I am. I will carry your burden for you because you need to get it off of your chest. That's just how I am. Yeah, I like those guys. The Foremans. I was just watching their last one, and whoo, that one scared me a little bit. It had all the guns and everything in it. Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't ever repeat. I don't love the love of God. I don't have a Discord. I don't know how to do it, and I stay out of everybody's Discord. I did Discord one time, and that was with a stand. Um, and then I got removed. I don't know if because I just my number dropped off and they removed me. I don't know, but I took it off my phone. That's been about a year now, so I don't even deal with it. Sean is crazy. I love watching Sean. He gives me the jitters. But I have seen him toughen up here. I'm glad you didn't either. Um, I really am. Because it's almost like juice that you're giving her to use against you. Sean is your guy, big crush. Sean makes me laugh. He does. He makes me laugh. I love watching him sometimes. Just how he gets all excited. He's like, oh my gosh, a ghost. It could have just been something dropping and he just has a total heart attack in front of us. Yeah, he's getting better though. I like watching him. He's starting to get a lot better with it. Like he's becoming more acceptance of the paranormal. Josh, he's really good. I like how he goes through and cleanses. He's self-taught. He does a really good job with it. But Sean, I just love to watch him. I do. It's small stuff. It's not big stuff. It's just stuff that I deal with, like I would say on a daily basis. I've always been around it. It's been a part of my life, my whole life. It's just a part of who I am. And you are correct, Lenny. It would be weaponizing survivors, and I did share a lot. But I'm also a very transparent person when it comes to me talking because I believe that um, when you're talking about what has happened to you, it releases you a little bit. It helps you heal. But sometimes what we talk about isn't for the world. It's between you and somebody that's willing to carry that burden for a while, that knows how not to let that burden hold them down. Oh, Jasco's something else. Now that's a different story about my paranormal people. Um, because you got some of those that are just an entertainment. You have to look at it. That's just entertainment, and they will fake their shit. Just so you know, Jasco is one of the biggest ones. Sorry to bust the bubble. You are very correct, Lenny. As survivors, we are here to help, to heal, and to help heal the path. You are absolutely right. Because somebody's healing or their path that they are on can help another person with their path and that they are on. What may work for you may not work for somebody else, but what may have worked for you may also work for that person. So sometimes it's good to talk about it, but that's at your own accord. That's not putting it all out there. That would be a really good step, Lenny. You're welcome, Smelly Cat. Yeah, I think one of my friends just told me about him. Was it you? Over from Drina and Mike's? Somebody just was telling me about this paranormal files that they work with, that they moderate with. That's pretty big people. Was that you by chance, or I'm just wondering out of curiosity? And I haven't. The last paranormal video that I actually did was teaching how to sage, because um, some of them needed to know how to sage, so they asked me to do a video on how to sage a home. And they have. I don't know. Are you and Drina and Mike's paranormal? I'm on there as well, but they're really good friends of mine. Yeah, that's true, Lenny. See, I'm not too much of a conspiracy theorist. I like facts. I believe in conspiracy, yes, but I also like facts, if that makes sense. I'll try to debunk the conspiracy before. If there's facts there and they don't add up, I like to try to debunk. That's fine, Lenny. I'm sure you'll find me over there. Oh. Oh yeah, that was back a couple of years ago that the government exposed the aliens. I've always believed that aliens were here. I believe you, Colin. You gotta be careful of graveyards though, because you can get an attachment. And I think I've been on here long enough. I'm starting to get a headache. I don't even know how long I've been on. I want to say thank you to everybody that came in and listened. And I'm sure that there's going to be backlash, and that's all right. Trust me, I can hold my own. I can hold my own. It is what it is. If somebody would have just said nope, 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 that's not true, instead of making it linger the way that it lingered, I wouldn't be up here today. So now we'll get along just fine then, Colin. But with that being said, I suppose I'm probably gonna have to get up here and fight again. I don't know. I hope not. But now that I finally came out and said something, they all gonna come at me. But that's all right. I know how they roll, because that's before I even got in here. They had their knives and they were ready to go. No, ma'am. No shame in a victim. No victims. No matter how old or how young, no matter their color, no matter their creed, no matter if they're man, no matter if they're woman. No victim gets shamed. I appreciate that, Lenny and Seeker. Thank you. Yep, everybody take care. Thank you for spending a couple hours with me today. And I'm sorry I had to come up here and be so dramatic. But I just wanted to get my truth out. Purple, thank you for coming in. Thank you to the new moderators. I will keep you around for a bit. And I I do hope that you guys do have a blessed rest of your evening. And sorry for the drama on my channel. I try not to do it. Have a good evening. Be blessed.